Welcome back, everybody. I'm Dr. Craig Malkin, a clinical psychologist and lecturer for Harvard Medical School. I'm also the author of Rethinking Narcissism, which is devoted to helping you understand and cope with narcissism in all its forms in all your relationships. I want to address a question that comes up a lot on my YouTube channel and comments, and has come up a lot actually in my work with people over the years, and that is, what do you do if you are co-parenting with an extremely narcissistic partner? And you may already have worked this out, but really the first point I would want to make is, if you have an extremely narcissistic partner, so much that to protect yourself you divorced, you already know that there's really no such thing as co-parenting. You can be a parent and they can be a parent, and you have to work on your relationship with your child. So I guess that's what I would want you to hold on to right from the beginning, is don't get too caught up in the idea of you've got to figure out how to work things out and coordinate with them. It's really sufficient for you to do what you feel is right when you have your time with your child, and with the guidance of professionals like myself, if you want to seek that out. But you work on your relationship with them, and I hope that takes some pressure off, just to confirm that for you, or just to validate that for you. Next, I also want you to be aware, and I've said this in different ways, but it's worth repeating, that for your child to grow up happy and healthy, they really just need one experience. This is what we've seen from the research, with a parent who offers them attachment security. That is, when they're sad, scared, lonely, blue, there's one special person or persons, in this case you, that they can turn to share their feelings and have a sense of mutual caring and connection. That is what attachment security is. And what we've seen over and over again in research on what happens with parents and children is, if they have the one model, and that can be you, that is protective. That keeps them from slipping into, say, repeating the patterns of your partner that have been destructive or harmful, emotionally harmful. So you can be that person, and here are some ways that you can be that person for them. There are implications to the idea of modeling attachment security, so that your child then has that model within them. First, a lot of people make a mistake when their partner lies, says something like, your mom or your mom doesn't want to be there because she doesn't care about your graduation, or she doesn't care about your graduation from grade school. If it's younger children, that's why she isn't going to be there. What's so important, both to the attachment security and really protecting your child, is you don't let lies stand. That doesn't mean that you have to attack your partner. You don't have to say that they're a horrible person. You don't have to say that they're a liar. It's sufficient just to honor the truth and speak the truth. So you could say something simply as, I do care. I really want to be there. The law doesn't allow me to. Just the way the law set up for us to share custody, and that's why I can't be there. And just keep it simple, keep it short. But it's not your job to work around the lies or distortions of your partner. Protect reality. Number two, protect your child. Stand up for them. Think about moments when you grew up. A lot of people who listen to me have had parents who were also extremely narcissistic, and they wished someone had been there for them. So if you picture a scene where your son or daughter is being attacked by his mother or his father, saying things like, "You're such a spoiled brat. I don't know why you act like this," and they're being emotionally harmful and hurtful, or even if they're threatening in some way, like, then I won't come around anymore. protect your child. Stand up for them in the way that you wish that you had been stood up for. That's part of attachment security, and that doesn't require challenging your partner, because I know a lot of people have fears about that. It's sufficient to say, sweetheart, come with me. You've done nothing wrong. Or if you are just wanting to protect them by getting them out of the room, sweetheart, can you go into the living room? You've done absolutely nothing wrong. I'm going to come talk to you in a moment, but I just don't want you to be around this. And your dad and I need to talk. And that's between two adults. You don't have to worry about this. If they're really young, just take them out of the room. But protect your child. And do that before you address anything that your partner has said or done. This is a corollary or related to the idea that I often teach people when somebody is bullying and you're witness to bullying. Protect the person being hurt by the bullying first. You don't start interacting with the bully primarily. First, you want to protect the person being hurt. And finally, and this is really important too as part of attachment security, it's not your job to protect and preserve your relationship between your child and your ex. That's for them to figure out. So, try to avoid the pitfall of saying things like your dad really loves you or your mom really loves you. You know that. First of all, maybe it's not true. Or maybe they aren't acting in a loving way. It's sufficient for you to say, I love you. I care about you. And you don't have to even get into what your partner did or didn't do. You just focus on how you're helping them. And a big part of that is if they're upset about something that your ex did, you listen. You listen and you help them emotionally. We can't prevent all the bad things that happen in the world to our kids, bullying at school, loss, death. What we do to try to help our child be healthy and happy and preserve their sense of self and their integrity is that we listen. If they're upset about something your ex did, you listen. You don't have to characterize it. You don't have to say, yeah, he is a jerk, or yeah, she's a horrible person, because then that kind of puts pressure on the child to agree, and they'll come to that over time themselves as long as they have you. But they'll feel a loyalty bind if they feel like they have to agree with you that their father or their mother is terrible, and you don't want to do that. The attachment security piece is just listen. So I hope that was helpful. If you like it, please give it a big thumbs up. Come back, subscribe for notifications, especially so you can see when my videos come up. And I look forward to sharing with you more. Take care.